Right, you all saw that as the times are advancing and the children are getting more and more exposed to a number of tools that are available to learn, we people are not the only ones from where they can take knowledge. A computer is good enough to impart knowledge, but we need to now synthesize this knowledge and convert it into wisdom. For that, we ourselves as teachers have to acquire 21st century skills. What are these 21st century skills? They are collaboration, communication, and also collating the information for a good way, in a good manner, so that the learning would happen. The paradigm has shifted from teaching to learning. We are no longer talking about teaching, because teaching means just imparting the information. Being a facilitator ourselves, where the learning would happen around us in the way that the children are able to hold the things in their hands, have some manipulatives with them, and they are able to derive at the conclusions. That is called real learning. Now, every day you might be teaching the child the concept of measurement. But if you ask a child, if a full glass of water is lying or half a glass of water is lying, how much water is there in it? What would be the distance from the school's gate to your classroom? You might have taught the child the concept of distance, time, speed, velocity. But if the child is not able to answer a basic question, and that is from the school gate to your classroom, what is the distance? That means we have not equipped the child with the skills. So education involves imparting of skills along with knowledge. And Microsoft is a great tool for that, right? Many of you have been going on Microsoft, some of you have done many courses, and you have become an educator now. But the thing is, the kind of paradigm shift over the last 2-3 weeks, ever since we have started doing, it's an opening of a new world of learning. We all have realized that, wow, there is so much to learn, and there is no age for learning. We still know so very little. We might have got so many degrees in our profiles, but how little we know. Look at the way the world is going ahead of us. Now, if we do not equip ourselves with these techniques, then our children are not going to get engaged with the methods that we are adopting. Chalk and talk is no longer going to engage them unless it is integrated and blended with ICT. So, Microsoft is the best way to integrate the real traditional methods of learning along with the ICT and then make it more engaging for the child. Once a child's mind is more engaged, the learning will happen for a longer span of time. So, when we look at what all we are doing, there is something called as Microsoft Showcase School. The Microsoft Showcase School is the highest level of advancement, wherein the entire school has listed itself on O365, that is Office 365. That's one level I think we all have already achieved. We have started discussing and exchanging information. The next lower level is Associate Showcase School, and the third is Innovative School. The Innovative School is the one which is all on O365. The teachers have started making their lesson plans. They are sharing OneNote. Some of them have made their Myla projects, and the students are also in the process of learning. The higher level is Associate Showcase Schools, where the children also get into it. And when we talk about Microsoft Showcase School, the entire school as well as the entire teaching fraternity, all of them are on Office 365, and the learning takes place in a collaborative manner. So, the three categories of schools I have already explained to you. And now, what are the benefits of getting into the learning with Microsoft? It helps us to participate in the regional and local Microsoft education events. It also helps us to have the monthly webinars. It's as if the whole globe has shrunk. And You just have to book yourself for a webinar, which might happen 2 to 3 days hence. Yesterday only I was just browsing. There was a class 5 teacher wanting to interact with her parallel in another part of the world on a topic which was very common, that is transportation, so that the children could, through link or through Skyping, talk to each other and exchange ideas. So can you imagine the amount of learning that would happen? There are brilliant videos, I'm sure you must have seen, where the children are talking across and the atlas is open and then they are guessing, okay, in which part of the world you have, what kind of trees you have around you, and they all are doing the research. Okay, these are conical trees. Oh, you're wearing woolens, it must be very cold, and we're now in the month of July, so you must be in the southern hemisphere. So like that, the real learning can happen if we are able to reach across to the rest of the world with the help of the tools that Microsoft provides. As part of the local community of professional colleagues, we can share our best practices. That is why I have put most of you on that one note which is named as lesson plan. As and when you get time to make lesson plans, they could be a little primitive right now. They may not have all the tools that should be there. There is no such perfect one lesson plan. But now we are blessed to have 50 projectors in a junior school, thanks to Chairperson, that this is actually happening along with the learning that we are going to happen in the classrooms. The projector stuff by Monday will be in operation. Today we will see if we can do one demonstration with you all, in which you're going to start the lesson by making some quizzes so that you could check the knowledge of the children. What we used to do, we also call it as brainstorming. The children raise their hands and they give the answers. And they are able to give the answers to the questions. So we make a quiz on PowerPoint, something stuff like that. You can go on the search engines like Bing. You can go online, and if you're teaching the concept, say roots or parts of plant, you can show them the parts of plants of different types of plants. Then also if the child says, okay, I want to see how the heart actually pumps, because the figure that is shown in the textbook is two-dimensional, then you can really search it on the Bing, which is a search engine, and show the child the real movement of the blood. So when the visual impact will be very high and the child will be able to retain it for a longer time, understand it for better well for a longer duration. Office 365 for emails. How many of you are already doing? Raise your hands. Already doing? Great. So we have achieved the first leg. This is how the Office 365 comes, and we keep our password in. And this is from where we log on to the Microsoft Educator Network. I'm sure you all have done this. And after this, you've got a set of resources. From here, the free tools are available. So if you are able to load Office 2013, 2013, also add learning activity in case you have a good learning activity which you like to share. Of course, at this level, we would like you to first share with us what you want to upload, because once it's uploaded, it's for the whole world to view what can help you to learn better. This is a key to download Bing in the classroom. This is search engine. Then also the Brain Pop featured movie, 21st century learning. These labs you can load on your mobiles as well, and so that the accessibility is easier. These courses, I think, how many of you have done basic course? All? Oh wow. Shall I ask advanced course? I won't ask, but because that will put pressure on the others. I don't want it to be, many of them. Great. So this was, a very nice experience. I would talk about myself. One feels so nice, when you get a badge and it comes on your profile and you feel so motivated. So we have been encouraging everyone, and I think it's a great way of learning. This is teaching the technology. This is how it looks. At times we get stuck. The assessment teaches us how many courses we need to do. Sometimes we don't need to do all. Some of us do the assessments very well. These are the courses, 35-hour course. gradually in the process of time. We don't have any, try to complete it as early as possible. And any other doubt you are having where you would like to ask any questions on Microsoft, you can share. And ultimately, where is this going to lead us to? It is going to lead us to sharing at a global level with teachers like us, sitting in the classrooms like ours in any part of the globe.